Hello dear students, welcome to part 11 of chapter 10 circles. Students, in the last part of the video, that is in part 10, we have covered till question number 9 of exercise 10.5. Okay, and in this part of the video, we will see the questions which are left from this exercise. Okay, so students, coming to the question number 10 of this exercise, question number 10 is what? Question number 10 is, if circles are drawn taking two sides of a triangle as diameter, what does it mean, students? It means that, see, this is the triangle ABC, okay, and the circles are drawn. How it is drawn? So taking the side AB as diameter, this circle is drawn. Taking AC as diameter, this circle is drawn. Okay, means the sides of this triangle AB and AC, okay, two circles are made. One is made on the side AB, okay, and one is made on the side AC. Means taking the sides of a triangle as diameter, two sides are formed, okay, two circles are formed like this. Okay, what we have to show? Prove that the point of intersection of these circles lie on the third side. Okay, means you have to show, okay, you have to show, see, the point of intersection of these circles are this point A and this point, okay, suppose this is the point D, okay, these 2 points are there. So you have to show that the third side of the triangle will go from only this point, the intersection point of the two circles. Okay, this you have to show, that the side BC, okay, moves from the point D. Okay, this you have to show. So let us see, students, what will be the solution of this question. Students, I have taught you one result in the beginning of the chapter, that in a semicircle, the angle formed, okay, the semicircle is what? Like this. Okay, this is the semicircle and this is the semicircle. So whatever the angle will form in semicircle, that angle must be what? 90 degree. Okay, angle formed in semicircle, I have told you that that angle will be of 90 degree. Okay, so here also, if AB is the diameter of this circle, it means that it will form, if we draw one line like this, okay, if we draw one line like this, then this AB will form an angle at this point. Means this angle will be what? It will be of what? 90 degree. Okay, in the same manner, students, if AC is the diameter of this circle, okay, then this will be the semicircle, and if this will be the semicircle, then the angle formed in semicircle will be what? It will be 90 degree. Now you have to show that BC is a straight line. Okay, if it does not go from point D, then it will be what? It will not be a straight line, but you have to show that it goes from D. Okay, so in the first case, see, students, here you have to show that this side BC, okay, this side BC, the question, in the question it is written that you have to prove that the point of intersection of these circles lie on the third circle, lie on the third side. Means you have to show that this point D is on the side BC. You have to show this. Okay, now how we can show that this point D is on the side BC? See, if a point is there, okay, and you have to show one line is there which moves from this. So how you will show that this point is on this side? If you show that this angle is 180 degree, then easily you can say that this is a straight line, and if it will be a straight line, then it will go from this point. Okay, so here also we will show that BC is a straight line. Okay, and if it is a straight line, means if this angle at point D, if this angle is 180 degree, then it will, the third side of the triangle will move from the point of intersection of two circles. Okay, so the solution of the question is very easy. How we will solve? We'll solve like this, that we know that angle formed in semicircle is 90 degree. Okay, so students, what you will get from here, that angle ADB is equal to angle ADC is equal to 90 degree. Okay, by this result what we will get? We'll get that angle ADB and angle ADC will be 90 degree. Now students, we have to show here that the point of intersection of two circles. Okay, the point of intersection of two circles lie on the, here you can write, that is point D. Okay, lie on the third side of triangle ABC. Okay, that is BC. This we have to show. Okay, so if we show that BC is a straight line moves through D, then it will be proved. Okay, see students, the concept is here. Okay, so you have to write the statements also. Okay, now how we'll show it? So what we have to do, we have to show that at point D it is forming angle 180 degree. Okay, so here what you will do students, you will do that sum of ADB plus ADC, you have to show that it is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree, I have written here. This angle is also 90 degree. So 90 degree plus 90 degree, it is 180 degree. So it shows that BC is a straight line passing through point D. Okay, it is proved. So this is the proof of this question, students. Now you can pause the video and note it down. Coming to question number 11, students. Question number 11 is, ABC and ADC are two right triangles. Okay, ABC, suppose this is A, it is B, it is C. Okay, and ADC, okay, from this one more triangle is formed, which is right. Okay, right means that one angle of the triangle will be 90 degree. Okay, so this angle is 90 degree, this is point D, and this angle is 90 degree. Okay, with common hypotenuse AC, and both that, for both of the triangles, triangle ABC and triangle ADC, the hypotenuse is what? The hypotenuse is the side AC. Okay, So we have to prove that angle CAD means this angle. Okay, CAD, angle CAD means CAD, this angle, okay, is equal to angle CBD. Okay, means you have to draw a line here, okay, and you have to show that this angle and this angle is equal. Okay, so how you will show it, students? Let us see. What you will do, students, here you will write that what is to prove. Okay, in question, it is question number 11. To show angle CAD is equal to angle CBD. How you will show it, students? See what is given. Proof. Okay. Two right triangles having common hypotenuse will form a quadrilateral. Okay, and what kind of quadrilateral, students? Such that angle B, the whole angle B, okay, the whole angle B plus whole angle D is equal to what? It is equal to 180 degree, because you know here that the value of angle B, it is given 90 degree, and the value of angle D, it is also 90 degree. Then the sum of two angles is the sum of two opposite angles. If the sum of two opposite angles is 180 degree, then that quadrilateral will be of what type of quadrilateral? That type of quadrilateral is called cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so here, so quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic. And what is cyclic quadrilateral? Okay, you know very well, the quadrilateral whose all vertices, okay, will pass through from a circle. Okay, means all vertices lie on a circle. This type of quadrilateral is known as cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so here, students, this quadrilateral is cyclic, means this is formed in a circle. Now you know very well, in circle, angles in same segment are equal. Okay, we know that, here you can write, we know that, okay, we know that in a circle, angles in a same segment, okay, are equal. So angle, see here, students, if you consider this chord DC CD, okay, so this is the minor segment and this is the major segment, and these two angles that we have to show that they are equal, they are in the same segment. So if they are in the same segment, then it is obvious that they will be equal. So angle CAD will be equal to angle CBD. Okay, students, so pause the video and note it down, the solution of this question. Coming to the last question, students, the question is, prove that a cyclic parallelogram is a rectangle. Okay, so you have to show that a cyclic parallelogram is a rectangle. Means there is a circle, in that circle a parallelogram is there, okay, and you have to show that this parallelogram is a rectangle. Okay, so suppose this is the circle and this is the quadrilateral ABCD, okay, which is given that it is a parallelogram, and you have to show that this parallelogram is nothing else but a rectangle. Students, I have told you many times that if you want to show a parallelogram to be a rectangle, then you have to show that one angle of the parallelogram is 90 degree. Okay, if you will show only this, that one angle of a parallelogram is 90 degree, then that shape will be of a rectangle. Okay, so here also we have to show that it is given that it is a cyclic parallelogram. Okay, so here we will write that ABCD is a cyclic parallelogram. Now students, two conditions are, see, in these two words you can find two conditions, okay, which will help us to prove that this shape is of a rectangle. Okay, so cyclic parallelogram, cyclic means, here you can easily say that if it is cyclic, then you can easily say that angle A plus angle C is 180 degree, because we know that the opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral is supplementary. Okay, so here you can give that the equation that angle A plus angle C is 180 degree. After that, it is also given that this quadrilateral is parallelogram. In parallelogram, you know very well that the adjacent angles are supplementary and opposite angles are equal. Okay, in parallelogram you know very well that adjacent angles are supplementary and opposite angles are equal. So here, if it is a, here you can write cyclic condition, okay, and here you can write that parallelogram condition. This is the first equation, and here you can write that angle A is equal to angle C. Okay, this is the second equation. Why? Because we know that in a parallelogram opposite angles are equal. Okay, so students, here you will see that from equation number 1 and equation number 2, okay, at the place of angle C we can put angle A also, because in equation 2 it is clearly written that angle A is equal to angle C. Okay, so here from 1 and 2, you can see that angle A, at the place of angle C what we can put? We can put angle A, so it will be 180 degree. Okay, now angle A plus angle A, 2 into angle A, and that is equal to 180 degree. Now angle A will be what? Angle A will be 90 degree. Okay, so here students we have shown that one angle of this parallelogram is what? One angle of this parallelogram is 90 degree. Then it will imply that ABCD is a what? It is a rectangle. Okay students, so like this we have completed exercise 10.5 also. Okay, 10.5 we have completed. Students, you can pause the video and note it down. So students, like this we have completed this chapter. Okay, circles. But some students were saying that 2 questions are left from exercise 10.4. So let us see that also, and in that way we will complete the whole chapter. Okay, so I think in exercise 10.4 the question number 3 and question number 4 was left. Okay, so let us see that question also. Otherwise we have solved all the questions which is given in the exercise. Okay, so question number 3 which was left, the question is, if two equal chords of a circle intersect within the circle. Okay, see, it is given that in a circle, okay, two equal chords are there. Okay, one is suppose AB and one is CD. Okay, it is said that both the chords are equal to each other. Suppose it is like this. Okay, AB and CD. It is said that both the chords are equal to each other. AB is equal to CD. Now prove that the line joining the point of intersection to the center makes equal angles with the chords. Means the point of intersection, okay, joining to the center of the circle. Okay, you have to show that this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, the line joining to the center and the angle made on the chord. Okay, this you have to show that these two angles are equal. Now how you will show, students? For that we'll do some construction here. This is the question number 3 of exercise 10.4. okay, we have completed this chapter, but these two questions were left from exercise 10.4. so we'll complete that and we'll complete the chapter also. Okay, so what construction we'll do here? We'll draw, this is point O. Okay, so we'll draw OL perpendicular to AB and OM perpendicular to CD. Okay, so like this, on both the chords we'll draw perpendiculars. Okay, on both the chords we'll draw perpendiculars. This is OL and this is OM. Okay, perpendicular means this angle will be 90 degree and this angle will also be 90 degree. Now coming to the proof part, how will prove it, students? Suppose the intersection point is what? E. Okay, so to show that these two angles are equal, students, if somehow we will show that these two triangles are congruent, then we can easily say that these two angles are corresponding angles of these two triangles. So we can easily show that these two triangles are congruent. How will show it? Let us see. Here you can, what criteria you can apply here. See, it is given that it is 90 degree. Okay, so you are having right angle. Hypotenuse is common. Okay, and you know that in a circle equal chords are equidistant from the center. This I have taught you, okay, as a theorem, that equal chords of a circle are equidistant from the center. Means whatever the chords are there, if they are equal, then they will be at equal distance from the center. So here this chord AB and chord CD are equal. Okay, so they will be what? They will be at equal distance. So students, here you can see that in proof part we'll write that in triangles OLE and OME. Okay, the first one will write that R angle OLE is equal to angle OME is equal to 90 degree. Okay, H hypotenuse is what? The side OE is equal to the side OE and it is common. Okay, and S means side. At the place of side, what we'll write? Okay, we'll write that the distance OLE will be equal to ME. The distance LE will be equal to ME. But how, students? How this LE will be equal to ME? Students, in the previous question of this question, that is in question number 2, okay, what result we have got? From question number 2 we have got that if two equal chords intersect within a circle, okay, then their segments will be, corresponding segments will be equal. Means in the previous question what we have proved? We have proved that this part AE is equal to ED and the part CE is equal to BE. Okay, this result we have proved in question number 2. If you are having doubt, then you can see the video of the video of question 2 of this exercise. Okay, I think in part 6 I have taught this. Okay, so if you are having doubt that how it comes, so you can see the part 6. Okay, in that part I have told you that how we will get this result. Okay, so students, here you can see that this is the chord AB and this is the chord CD. Okay, so here in the reason of this you will write that AB is equal to CD. So half of AB will be equal to half of CD. This will imply that LB is equal to, see, half of AB means LB and half of CD means CM. Okay, so these are equal. Now if LB is equal to CM, okay, if LB is equal to CM, so subtract EB from LB. Okay, what you will get? LE. Okay, subtract LB minus BE is equal to, from CM you have to subtract CE. Students, here I have told you that CE is equal to BE. Can we say that we are subtracting the equal amount from the equals? Okay, in Euclid geometry I have taught you, since the chapter is now removed, okay, but when I have taught you, I have given you a result that if equals are subtracted from equals, the remaining are equal. So here equal is LB is equal to CM and CE is equal to BE. So if we subtract equals from equals, then the remaining will be equal. And here, if we subtract LB minus BE, we will get what? LE. If we subtract CM minus CE, we will get what? ME. Okay, so like this, students, we can show that triangle OLE is congruent to triangle OME. Okay, by RHS. And if these two triangles are congruent, then easily we can say that by CPCT, CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangle, angle OEL is equal to angle OEM. And this was to prove, students. Okay, this was to prove. So this is the solution of question number 3 of exercise 10.4. You can pause the video and note it down. Coming to question number 4, students, the question is if a line intersects two concentric circles, okay, circles with the same center, with center O at A, B, C and D, prove that AB is equal to CD. Students, figure is given. Okay, two concentric circles are there. Concentric circles means circles which are made, okay, circles having common center. In the simple words you can say that circles having common center means if at a center more than one circles are there, then you can say that the circles are concentric. Okay, the circles are concentric. So see, students, the figure is given like this. Okay, this is point A, this is point B, this is point C and this is point D, and here is the center. So see, students, how we can prove it. Okay, so here you can see that a center is there and one line is here. Okay, so one thing you have to do, that draw a perpendicular on this line. Okay, suppose it is M. So in the construction part, this is the question number 4 of exercise 10.4. In the construction part, what you will do, that draw OM perpendicular to AD. Okay, draw one perpendicular, OM perpendicular to AD. Now students, we know that if we draw a perpendicular from the center to a chord, then that perpendicular will bisect the chord. Okay, so here if we have drawn the OM perpendicular to AD, okay, then it will bisect the chord AD. Okay, So what will get the result? Okay, if OM perpendicular to AB, okay, so this will imply that AM is equal to MD. Okay, if OM is perpendicular to, here you can write if, at the place of if you can write since. Okay, since is good. Okay, so if since OM is perpendicular to BC, then this will imply that BM is equal to CM. Okay, suppose it is first equation and it is second equation. Now students, just subtract equation 2 from 1. Okay, subtract equation 2 from 1. What you will get? You will get that AM minus BM. In the left hand side, what you will get? AM minus BM. In the right hand side, what you will get? MD minus CM. Okay, so AM minus BM, what quantity is left? The left is AB, and here what is left? It is left CD. Okay, this we have to show in the result. Okay, this was the question, that there we have to show that AB is equal to CD. It was very simple question. Okay, and you can solve like this. Okay students, so you can note it down, this question also. And students, so in this part, that is in part 11, we have completed the whole chapter circles. Okay, so whatever the exams, whatever the test is there for you, okay, just give that test honestly and seriously. Okay, because all that will help to improve yourself. Okay, to improve your maths. Okay students, so thank you very much.